Lunch. Are you?
Well, my point is, what link do I post for people to go check out? That's my only question.
Did you know that I told you last night? YouTube.
Ah, jeez!
Dad, where'd you have Ready to do that /person
Why do you think the thing doesn't work?
It doesn't work on little like Boa Books. Please rock
You put that where's Ross here?
Where? Right there. On this.
Did you close it or did you let it finish rendering?
It was closed, we didn't touch it. YouTube.com/person.
Oh, it's such a shame for us to part. Nobody said it was easy. No one ever said it would be this I'm going back to the start.
I got way too much shit for it being exactly how it was.
10 minutes. I like things to be done earlier.
I was just guessing numbers and figures, putting puzzles apart.
So, did you hear the music?
Signs of progress.
started either out early well, for now we got a lot of late people. We'll see what it is. But we got the big broadcast in line, so we'll get started. All right.
All right, good morning, everybody. Thanks for coming. Good afternoon or evening, depending on where you're watching from, for those of you online. This morning, we're going to share with you some great nutritional products, some great business ideas, and just some personal development. I'm working on my personal development right now. I don't ever talk in front of people, so this is new for me. And what I encourage you all to do today is listen with an open mind. Something that you learned today, take it out there, use it. It might be a little uncomfortable. Your palms might be sweaty, but use it. The next time you do it, you'll be a little better, a little stronger, kind of like going to the gym, like Matt always talks about. You know, the first time you go, you're sore, you hurt, it's painful. The next time you go, it's a little better, a little better. Pretty soon you have a muscle, and then you keep going, and you're consistent. Pretty soon you're a badass, like Matt Morrow is with this. And with that, I will bring up Matt Morrow.
All right. Hey. I made her do that. So now, keep in mind when she's saying badass, she's talking about in Vima, not in the gym. That's an analogy that I'll get into later. So it looks like for those of you that are in the live audience, you're like, what's she talking? So we have a camera, and basically we're broadcasting. We got a lot of people in Europe. What's up, Europe, Asia, all over the world. And so this is kind of like a live studio audience where we do a weekly overview and training for Vima. We've got a couple of new people here today, and Saturdays are kind of different. On Wednesday nights, we have a packed house, and we do mainly just an overview, and we kind of tell the new people what's going on with this company, these products, this opportunity. Saturdays are more for training and Q&A and stuff like that. But I know there's a couple of people here who are brand new, maybe some people watching who are brand new. So I'm going to give you the Reader's Digest version of the Vima overview for those of you that catch on quick. How many of you catch on quick? Everybody. All right. Oh, yeah, you too. Okay, good. So with that, let's get started here. My name is Matt Morrow, as Casey mentioned. That was Casey Morrow. I don't think she mentioned that. That's my wife. And we're gonna, today we're here talking about a company called Vima. Vima is actually the name of our flagship product. This is the product. Everyone keeps looking up there and changing it, or?
I'm not doing that. No,
okay.
Ross.
All right. Where's Ross? How's he doing? He's not even in the room. Is he a magic?
It's an auto thing.
Oh, really? Can you stop it? Because it's distracting everybody. Thanks. Anyway, so Vima is the flagship product, and there's two things we talk about here today. So we talk about a product, we talk about making money. All right. The product is a health and wellness product. Health and wellness is important. Most people don't think about it until when? Until it's too late. You wake up one day and you're like, damn, I got diabetes. How did that happen? Well, it's big gulps of Coca-Cola, bad diet, no exercise. It doesn't automatically happen when you're 50, 60 years old. Cancer, heart disease, etc. It's all the same. So we created a product. When I use the term we, I use it very loosely. The product was created by a scientist named Dr. Yibing Wong, who's the chief scientific officer over at Vima. By the way, a little bit about Vima. Vima is a company that's been around. It's not just something that we do in this loft and we do on YouTube. Based in Tempe, Arizona, been around. The parent company, New Vision International, started in 1994. And then Vima became a new division in 2004 when BK Borrego took over the company from his parents and bought out his brother. So we've been operating as Vima since 2004. Last year we did $221 million in sales. We're one of the fastest growing nutrition companies in the world. So we who run this office here are independent distributors, just like the person who invited you here. And so what happened is someone told us, just like they told you, about this product. Okay, Vima is super good for you. And Vima is an acronym. I'm going to run through what it stands for real quick. V's for vitamins. So it's a multivitamin, much like a Centrum, other than the fact that Centrum would be like a bicycle and Vima would be like a jumbo jet. There's just absolutely no comparison in terms of the quality and performance of the product. It's a very assimilable, liquid, high-quality multivitamin. And then the EM in Vima stands for essential minerals. There's 65 trace and ultra-trace minerals in this product. Minerals you typically get from the soil, that comes up through the soil, it gets into your food, so when you consume some fruits and vegetables, you get your essential minerals. They're really, really important to almost every function in the body. And if you don't get enough minerals, you can have all kinds of dis-ease in your body. Then the other thing in the product, the other M, is mangosteen. I like to joke that mangosteen is not a Jewish mango. It's actually it's a product from Southeast Asia. We get ours in Thailand. It's called the Queen of Fruits in Southeast Asia. And basically they use it in medicine because it has all kinds of amazing properties. I've read that it has antiviral, antibacterial, antimicrobial, and anti-something else. Viral, bacterial, antifungal. I mean, this stuff is super. It's a super fruit. I like to talk about, like people say in the United States here, that blueberries or pomegranates, you hear about these kind of fruits that are real powerful, antioxidant-rich. Mangosteen, could kick a blueberry's ass. Just, I don't know how else to say this. It's a really, really, really powerful fruit. And we extract what's called xanthones. Xanthones are the antioxidant compound. I see a lot of you taking notes, which I think is awesome. Write this down. Xanthone is Xanthones. And you Google xanthones, there's just thousands and thousands of studies that have been done over centuries on the healing powers of xanthones. We've funded 5 clinical studies, which not a lot of nutrition companies do because you can't patent a nutritional product. It's not a drug. We don't make drug claims or health claims. But we have funded 5 clinical studies that show the efficacy of this product. One of them proved that this product decreases inflammation. How do we know that? In the blood, there's a blood marker called C-reactive protein. And so we did a placebo group and a VIMA group, and we tested their blood, and C-reactive protein levels were lower in the VIMA group, which means there's less inflammation in the body. Inflammation is really bad. For a technical term, it's bad. Because any disease that ends in itis is inflammation related. So if you have arthritis, you have an inflammation of your arth. If you have bursitis, you have an inflammation of your bursa. Thank you very much for listening. And arth, as I think arth means joint, and burst means the little bubble in the joint or something like that. I don't know, I asked the doctor one time and I forgot. But basically any kind of inflammation, you take this product, there's a good chance you'll see some relief of your symptoms. Not that it's a drug that cures anything, but it doesn't take a brain surgeon to figure out that if you put good stuff that boosts your immune function into your body has the ability to heal itself. That's what your immune system does. That's why some people could be around someone who's got a cold, and next thing you know, they're sick, and someone else, they're not. All right? I really think that my immune system must be super strong. I travel a lot in Asia, and I always see these people wearing those Michael Jackson masks, like the blue masks, and then I'm just like, come on, bird flu, try and get me, come on. And I very, 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 very rarely get sick anymore. I haven't succumbed to the kind of level of sickness where you need like antibiotics in like 8 years since I started taking this product. So it's good stuff. And then the A in VIMA stands for aloe vera. So there's aloe vera in the product, and aloe vera is really good at aiding in absorption and digestion. So it has a lot of good stuff. So for those of you that are new, you're saying, okay, I get it, it sounds really good. Is it super expensive? In comparison to Centrum, I would say yes. This product costs about $2 a day. You drink 2 ounces of it a day, but you're really putting the absolute best into your body. It is a super premium nutritional product. So with that presentation, we grew to be a pretty large company. And then about 5 years ago or 6 years ago, I don't remember exactly when it was, but our CEO had a really good idea. Because a lot of people just, again, they don't care about their health until they get sick, until it's too late. So how do you get mainstream population putting all these vitamins, minerals, antioxidants in their body every day? And he came up with the idea of creating a canned drink, just actually an energy drink. It's this one's our Verve energy drink. And what we did is basically he got Dr. Wong to put 2 ounces of VIMA into Verve. So it's 2 ounces of VIMA and then 6 ounces of liquid. And it's really, really tasty. And so you just think you're getting a good tasting drink, but you're really getting a multivitamin, multimineral, antioxidant wellness formula into your body. What happens is, Dr. Oz was asked one time, what's the best nutritional supplement? The answer that he gave was the one that you take. all right? It's just like, what's the best form of exercise? The one that you do, right? I'm still looking for that. But, you know, so Verve is really convenient because you go into the fridge and you drink one. I mean, how many people here drink one every day? Just by show of hands. Everybody except for the guests. For those of you watching, everybody except for the guests, raise their hand. They will be soon. It's really, really tasty. You drink it and it's easy. Last night when I got home at like 11 o'clock, I opened up the fridge and I was just looking in the fridge, just staring, just kind of looking. And my wife's like, "What are you looking for?" Like, and actually what she said was, like, "There's no girls jumping on trampolines in there. Like, what is it that you're looking for in that refrigerator?" And I don't know if you guys ever do this. You just open up the fridge, you kind of look, like, what's going on? Fridge, anything good? Come on, feeling like a little hunger thing going, or maybe it's boredom. I don't know what it is, but I'm looking at you. Do something for me. And what happens is people who have our products in their refrigerator, without fail, will grab a Verve, okay? Some people drink them in the morning, some people drink them in the afternoon. We diversified the line off of Verve, which is a great seller, but some people were saying, oh, you know, even though it's got like half the sugar of a Red Bull or Rockstar Monster regular, and it's a natural sugar, it's natural fructose like you find in an apple, some people are like, no, carbs are the enemy. So we came out with Verve Zero Sugar. We originally had this Verve Zero Sugar, which was sweetened with sucralose, but we recently replaced it with a new formula. It's now sweetened with stevia. So it's, you know, kind of all natural, kind of in keeping with our healthy, organic theme. So we have a Zero Sugar line of Verve, and then we have this one. And some of the younger people are like, man, I need more caffeine. If I could, I'd snort the caffeine. We have Verve Bold that has 50% more caffeine. This one is kind of like the low-carb version. It has stevia, but it also has organic cane juice in there. So I think there's 6 grams of carbs in there, something like that. What is it? 5. Something. So sort of in between the regular and the sugar-free. Then there are people who say, I don't like caffeine. Anyone ever run into those people? I don't drink caffeine. It's like, you know, I guess if you're really sensitive to caffeine, you know, then yeah, don't drink caffeine, or maybe have an AFib or something like that. And it's like, no caffeine for you. But for the average person, a little bit of caffeine is actually good for you as a vasodilator. I heard Dr. Oz say vasodilator, or maybe it's vasodilator, but it dilates, it does something. But if someone's like, I don't want that damn caffeine, we have this product called Renew, which is really, really good. It's kind of just like, tastes like juice, but it's just basically it's Vima in a can with no caffeine. We added, just I guess because we figured, well, there's no caffeine, so let's add something. We added silica. Silica actually was on the Dr. Oz show recently. He talked about it as a really good for hair, skin, and nails. I really actually have noticed since I started drinking Renew, I have to cut my fingernails more often, which is kind of annoying because I never have time to cut my fingernails. And anyway, I won't get into that, but it's like, then we had the weirdest thing happen the other day. There was this guy at a meeting, and he had like these just really weird wispy sideburns, you know, and they were like way growing, and it was just wrong looking. And he's like, since I started drinking Renew, this all happened. And we're like, dude, think of a better example, all right? But anyway, so it's good for you. And again, so these are all those great tasting beverages. Ross, I just told the sideburn guy story.
Really?
I don't think I told it as well as you, but anyway.
I hope he's not watching.
He could be. If he is, shave those damn things. And stop telling that story. Find a girl that has really good looking nails and tell her story, all right? This is Parti. Ross, how do you pronounce Parti?
Party.
Parti. So if you're British, you call it Parti. In fact, we just opened up in Europe. You got the Parti. A lot of people, this is their favorite tasting product. It just goes down easy. Miller Lite, and it's a really good tasting. It's like an iced tea, you know. So here we are in all these categories. You know, we're competing against billion-dollar brands. You know, a lot of people drink Snapple, for example. Well, this is like Snapple. It's an iced tea, but it's healthy. You're actually getting a multivitamin, multi-mineral. So keep in mind, if you're the type of person who takes vitamin pills, I know you don't take them every day. You always forget. You will not forget to drink one of these products a day. In fact, I could use one of these. Ross, can you grab me a Mojo? Ross is from England. I'm constantly trying to talk like him. Mojo is our our coffee beverage. So here we're going head to head with Starbucks and the Frappuccinos and the what is it? I used to like them, now I like this one, but Monster Java. Thank you very much. So you guys have seen these coffee beverages. Ours is, the cream comes from coconut milk, so it's just healthier. So you got vitamins, you got healthy takes on your favorite beverages. Since it's impossible to talk and drink, excuse me one second. Refreshing. All right, got my mojo going. So that's our coffee beverage. To get an idea, it's quite a cool line of products. I like to think that our company is like the Whole Foods or the Trader Joe's of online beverages. The business model is kind of like Amazon.com meets Whole Foods meets Facebook meets Red Bull. It's quite brilliant. Now we have another type of person, the people who don't like caffeine, and then there are broke people. How many of you know someone who doesn't have very much money? We have a solution for that too, but a lot of times people are broke for a cause they're lazy. So I like is when people say, well, it's too expensive. Because it's basically, let's say you pick up a Verve Zero Sugar, it's like $3 a can, okay? But I like to tell people, look, it's 50 cents more, but it's 50 times better. Oftentimes I'll be talking with someone who's wearing a Rolex timepiece or carrying a Chanel handbag, and they'll be like, well, it's kind of expensive. It's like, listen, take care of your inside so you can show off all your trappings of success longer. It's a little bit more expensive, but it's drastically better. But just so we had a product to compare or to compete, we came out with Verve Remix, which I personally like the color. And this Remix is kind of a combination of our tea and our Verve Bold. And what we did is they put less of this. This is what makes the product expensive. It's expensive. Like, if you ever go to Whole Foods and shop, for those of you in Europe, I don't know if they have Whole Foods in Europe, but it's an uber expensive, healthy store where lots of good-looking women in Range Rovers and yoga pants shop. And basically, you go there and like one bag of groceries is like $90. I mean, it's just ridiculously expensive. Healthy, organic, raw, that the nutrient, and people pay for it. So don't let anyone tell you the product's expensive. This is like the good stuff. So anyway, I digress consistently. That we only have a third of a dose of the expensive stuff in here. So we just put 1/3, which is still the nutritional profile on Remix blows doors on the competition, but this comes out at a $2 retail price point. So if someone's real price conscious and they're like, bro, I just can't see myself paying 50 cents more for a drink that's 50 times better, say, okay, then pay a little bit less for one that's 10 times better. You feel me? They'll come up with another objection. Oh, my wife has my credit card, or something like that. So anyway, people that don't have money are tough to deal with, but we try to cater to all races, creeds, colors, financial levels. And then we have a line of products called Body, which is really cool. Basically, it's a complete weight loss line. Has an app on your phone that you can get for free, so you have a weight loss app on your phone, and it basically tells you when to eat, what to eat. It's super cool. And the secret to weight loss, and again, I feel awkward telling you this because you're like, well, try it. I have lost a bunch of weight, but I find I like to go with my program where I wake up, maybe I just have like a mojo, and then about late lunch I'll have like a patty melt, some fries, a little ranch to dip the fries in, then I'll go another 6 or 7 hours without eating, and then I'll have a massive dinner and some alcohol. That is a diet that produces a 40-inch waist. And it's a very comfortable lifestyle. Now, if you want to get thin, you will eat like my wife does, who weighs about 100 pounds soaking wet, and has to shop like in the Barbie section of the store. What she does is she follows the Body program, which is wake up, have a Body Burn, which is an amazing beverage. I don't see a can of here in my display, but it's an 8.4 ounce beverage that has the viscosity of a soda, but it has 20 grams of protein, 7 grams of fiber. So your day started with one of those, then eat a reasonable meal, like an egg and with some spinach and vegetables in it, and then have a shake. We have these these I like. I had one of these this morning too, actually. I like them. The chocolate shakes and the vanilla shakes, really killer. And then, then lunch, have like a ham and Swiss roll-up, You know, like, and so like a piece of ham and a piece of Swiss cheese rolled up and eat. You know, it's like, I don't know, if you want to be thin, we can show you how, right? And there's a huge market. I personally prefer to eat. But we do have amazing weight loss products. We also have plans, and we weigh like, is it $100,000 every 12 weeks or something like that? Some ridiculous amount of money. If you do know anyone who's really fat, there's no fat people today. I mean, present company excluded. But let's say you know someone who's massive and they want to make a lot of money. Get them on the body program, have to take before and after pictures. They can win like cruises, money, all expense paid, wardrobes, photo shoots, etc. And then another thing I want to show you is like, if that was overwhelmed for you as far as all those different products, we came up with a really neat new product called a variety pack. And this is the product that I'm basically selling the most of. I just tell people, hey, buy one of these, or two of these, or three of these, or four of these, throw them in your fridge, try the products for a few weeks, decide which one you like the best. Okay, so a variety pack has a couple of each of the products, except for the Mojo, because the can is too big. But the good news is we're switching out the Mojo can to be the same size as all the other cans, and there'll be a can of Mojo in here soon. But a variety pack ends up being about $3 a can. You pick up a 12-pack of that, you try all the products, and that's a great way to become a customer and get a sampling of all the products. Or if you say, well, no, I just know I like the sugar-free, or I know I like the Mojo, you can just buy whatever product you want. So there's two real decisions that someone makes when they see a presentation like this. One is, do I want to be a customer? Okay? And for those of you that are guests, the person who invited you here wants you to be a customer. So, so it's like, this is their new business, this is their product line, give them a break, buy it. I always say that because it's like people when they start, before I talk about the business opportunity, what happens is that sometimes dilutes their decision making. They're like, well, wait a minute, I could make millions of dollars, I need to think about that. But getting some product, that's an easy decision. So buy some product and try it out. The person who invited you here will be stoked. Now, as far as the business goes, that's what, as you can see from the checks on the wall, those are my annualized earnings. And I say my, I mean our. I always forget that since you're here. But could have done it without her. And then, so we have made almost $6 million. I think over $6 million now, because that was a few months ago. And so it's good money. And it's weird. I was introduced to this business and I was skeptical. So someone said, hey, come and check out this business. And I'm like, come on, one of those things. I was like, I've seen Amway, NSA, USA, Mary Kay, there ain't no freaking way. I was like, it's like everybody's like that. And in training, I'm going to talk about that here in a second. But I kind of got over it because I just asked all the questions that I had. It's like, okay, are the products good? Yeah, the products seem good. Okay, well, why don't they just sell it in stores? That's what people say. Why do they have to do it where you buy it from your friends and they tell your friends? Reality is, in this day and age, 92% of product and service purchases are as a result of social media or the recommendation of a friend. How was it done in the old days? People are all hung up on, well, if it was legit, it would be sold in stores. A couple of reasons that's not true. One, it's kind of dumb to buy stuff in stores right now. This HDMI cable that bothers me that hangs down here, that I want to have that, and you go buy an HDMI cable at Best Buy, it's going to cost you a fortune. You go online and you Google it, and you'll probably end up on a site like Amazon, and you'll get it for like 1/5 the price, delivered right to your door. You don't have to waste your time going and get door dings and walking around looking at the people at Walmart. And the other thing is, it's not just so easy to create a product and get it out into stores. I'll tell the short version of the story, but like 50 Cent, the rapper, him and a couple other guys have a company called SK Energy. How many people have heard of it? Not many, but it's called Street Killer Energy. Okay, it's energy shots, and they're trying to take on 5-hour energy. And they have put about, as the time I met with them, about $80 million into it, and no one's heard of it. Because they have billboards here in Vegas, they spent money on TV commercials, they hired all kinds of celebrities and so forth, but there's a real competition for shelf space at 7-Eleven and so forth. So it's not just like if we just get 50 Cent and get a billboard and then magically be the next Red Bull. All right. Now, we're the fastest growing energy drink in the world right now, and it's as a result of our business model, which is affiliate marketing, word of mouth marketing. And so you become an affiliate with our company. The person who invited you here is an affiliate. It's free to become an affiliate. So you just join, you get a website, and then you have all these products on your website. So if you're talking to someone and you're sitting there drinking a drink, I'll show you again how to do it. You sit there talking to someone like, hey, how's it going? Very slow. Oh, that's good. And they say, well, what's that? And I say, oh, this is Verve Mojo. And they go, what's Verve Mojo? And I go, oh, it's a healthy coffee, coconut milk and vitamins and stuff. And then, oh, would you like to try one? Sure, thanks, dude. Go to the fridge, get them one. They try it, and then they say, this is really good. I haven't seen this. Where do you get it? Oh, it's not sold in stores. What is that? Oh, sorry. You doing dishes or something? Yeah. Dishwasher beat for those of you watching in foreign lands. And so if you're, the mistake some people make is to do a quick training thing. The mistake some people make is they get into a business like this, and they're like, yeah, it's Mojo. It's the greatest stuff ever. You gotta buy it and sign up, and you can make millions, if not less. And they're like, whoa. But if you're just subtle, you say, yeah, it's good, just like you normally would. Like, that happens all the time. Think about it, you're at your house, or I don't know what you do, but if you think about it, well, let's just brainstorm on it for a second. What is something that has happened in your life where you have talked about something, and then your friends have said, oh, where do you get that? Or who is that? Or can I get the number? Like, give me some examples of some.
Cut of the week.
Cut of the week. So let me tell you guys, about something. Who wants to learn something really awesome? Just by show of hands.
I love awesome.
Oh, really? Okay, so here in Vegas, if you're not in Vegas, you can come to Vegas because 60 million people do every year. We are running a little low on water, but I think it'll be okay. So there's this place called the Four Seasons, okay? The Four Seasons is super nice. It's at Mandalay Bay. Inside Four Seasons, there's a place called Charlie Palmer Steakhouse. Charlie Palmer Steakhouse, they have like people playing the piano and all kinds of just fabulous looking wealthy people dining and being fabulous. And we went there, and this is kind of annoying. This guy invited me to come there with my nephew, and then my wife and me and the nephew and him, and is that it? 5 of us?
Yeah.
No, and his friend. Well, anyway, there were 5 of us. And then he's like ordering up wine and appetizers and dessert and so forth. And we got the bill, and it was $1,200. And then he asked me to split it, and I'm like, well, wait a second, Dick. I wouldn't have ordered all this wine if I think you ordered, and now you want to split the bill with me, you prick. But anyway, that happened, and I did. But as we were leaving, the maitre d' came up, and he said, hey, do you guys know about the cut of the week? And he goes, are you locals? I go, yeah, we're locals. He goes, do you know about the cut of the week? And I'm like, no, what's the cut of the week? He said, well, every week on Monday, we send you an email. Here, give me your email address. And we have a 3-course meal with 2 sides. So you get a salad, a steak, and a dessert, and 2 sides, a white wine and a red wine, all you can drink for $48. I'm like, let me get this straight.
That's a big deal.
We just spent $1,200 on the exact same thing you're telling me that we could have gotten for $48. On the one hand, thank you. On the other hand, now I'm pissed. But since that fateful night, we go to the Four Seasons probably every other week for this thing called the Cut of the Week. They don't give you the Cut of the Week menu when you walk in, but if you know about it, they tell you. So if you guys ever want to like really impress a date, Four Seasons every night of the week, and just go, you know what? Let me order for you, baby doll. We'll take the Cut of the Week. And it's like I got a special thing going here. Come here all the time. Man. I'm like, listen, what do you bring? We're going to bring some white wine for us. We just drink that. Have as much as you want. I'm not expecting it at all. Steak comes. All right. When you bring some bread, just whatever you're thinking. Bring it. Drink up. Get her hammered. Four Seasons. Bam! All right. So that went a little off on that. That's new material. Wait, good one. Thank you for that. What is something else that you tell someone about that, but it's not like I have to tell someone about the Cut of the Week. You guys are all right now. Cut of the Week, Four Seasons, $48, and you're stoked. You do this all the freaking time. Now, unfortunately, I don't get paid for telling people about the cut of the week. Unfortunately, I don't get paid for sending people to I Love Sushi on Easter. Because half the time I walk into places, I see people eating there that are people that I refer, all right? A nail place, an MMA gym. You know, if someone sees Michelle and they're like, I want to be able to kill everyone too, you know? It's like, where do you work out, you know? Whatever the case may be, you know, a great poker tournament. They're like, oh man, there's this great poker tournament over at the Plaza, guaranteed $250 payout. There's a bunch of old smokers who can barely breathe and can't play poker either. And, you know, I don't know, like, you do this, you guys feel it. You tell people about stuff. I don't know what you tell people about, but you do. You tell your friends about stuff. That's what you do with this. You say, like they ask about it, I say, yeah, it's really cool. You know, I just switched. I don't drink other drinks, I just drink this one because they pay me to drink it. What are they gonna say? Well, wait a minute. They pay you to drink it? How's that work? Well, it's really cool. Well, no, let's have some details. Well, you know what, I'm really busy right now. Like, do not sit there and sell them. It's just like everything else in life. If you become like desperate and you like people think you're trying to get something from them, they will not be interested. You have to understand that we have an amazing concept here. One, drink your nutrition. It tastes good and it's good for you. Wow, what a concept. Then make the $1 million switch. What's the $1 million switch? Dennis Ligon coined that phrase. This guy, Dennis Ligon, he owns a bunch of tanning salons. He says, all I really did was I switched from drinking Red Bull to drinking Verve, and I've earned $1 million so far. People love Dennis. He just knows about his daily business. People talk to him. They see him drinking a Verve. They're like, Dennis, what's that? It's Verve. Oh, yeah, if you want some, you can get it at my tanning salon, or you can order online. Really? And he's now got thousands of people, because basically the way our affiliate program works is this. Everybody that you tell about it, you earn 20%. Everybody that they tell about it, you earn an override. All right? That's how I explain it. Sounds good. How much does it cost? It's free. You want to get a link, an affiliate link, get paid to drink your stuff? Yes, I do. Okay, cool. What products do you want to order? You know, I don't know. All right, well then I recommend a variety pack. Try them all. All right. Well, I want to make a lot of money. Okay, then get an affiliate pack. What's that? An affiliate pack is a case of each of the products. That's what most people do. How many people here bought an affiliate pack when they started? Everybody. So why did they do that? Because it's only $500. And it gives you everything you need to start a business, and it gives you training, and it qualifies you for all the bonuses. You make like 7 bonuses if you just buy whatever you want to buy or buy nothing, and you get 2 extra bonuses if you're serious. You buy an affiliate pack, we give you up to $2,500 a month for a car payment. Starts at $400, then goes to $600, then goes to $800, then goes to $1,250, then goes to $2,500. You pretty much have to have like 80 billion customers to get 2,500. I get 800 a month for my car. But it's a nice little bonus. And then we have a frenzy bonus that you get when you buy an affiliate pack. And so, Chao Ching, is that how you pronounce it? Because I'm having the hardest time with your name. I looked at it and it looks like Zhao Quinn, but it's pronounced Chao Ching. Chao Ching. My Chinese is horrible. I went to Taiwan one time. And no taxi drivers spoke anything but Chinese. No, and we had to actually have someone record the address and play it on an iPhone because it's very difficult to pronounce Chinese for white people. But can you share your story real quick about how you did this week? Because you bought a builder pack and you got 3 people to buy a builder pack this week, right? And I'm kind of like telling it for you. You disagree. Is it or is it not true that you bought a builder pack? On the week of August 8th, did you or did you not get 3 other people to buy a builder pack? And did you or did you not earn approximately $800 and some dollars? Yes. Okay, give her a round of applause. I almost felt like Lloyd Baker right there. I object to this line of questioning. You're leading the witness. Yeah, so that's how it works. There's a bonus called a frenzy bonus, which you make an extra $400 if you get 3 people in a week. And again, you only earn that. That's for builder packs. So the business model that I like to teach people is a couple. If you're just like, I just want to casually drink this stuff, get healthy, maybe get my product for free, then just buy some product. Like buy a case of product every month and just drink it just to help your friend out and to help your health out. And then if you accidentally refer 3 other people to drink the product, we give you the product for free. Okay? So you can get free product, just drink it and refer 3. that's not difficult. But if you want to start making money, my recommendation is buy a builder pack. So if someone says, hey, I like coffee, you have some to give them. You don't say, well, I only bought the tea, I couldn't afford the coffee. You buy a builder pack, you have a little of everything, and then get 3 people to buy a builder pack in your first week, and you make $700, okay? So it's like join, get 3, make $700. You're in profit, and your business is paid for itself. And you have 3 other people, and then the magic of compounding, like I said, you help those 3, get 3, get 3, and so forth and so on. And then that's how you get thousands and thousands of people. That sounds too easy. So I want to address the objection that everyone always has. It sounds too good to be true. There is no get rich quick. The only place success comes before work is in the dictionary. And it's true. Why is it not so simple? Because people don't listen. And so sometimes, and a lot of times that's, okay, how do they feel about you, whatever, there's a whole different, a lot of aspects of that. But a lot of times you'll tell someone about something and then they'll flake, they won't show up, they won't listen, they'll say they're going to do it, they're going to talk to their wife, you never hear from them again. It's not just so easy just to get everybody to do it, right? It takes some effort to get a couple of people. But all you need to do is get a couple of people who do this and then repeat that a few times and you can make an enormous amount of money. Like I said, I was talking about the gym, it's like the gym. It's like it's easy to get someone to join a gym. It's difficult to get someone to get in shape. Okay? There were a lot of people that were here on Wednesday that said, yeah, man, oh, awesome. I love your loft. Wow. I'd like to be able to pay 350 grand cash for a loft just so your 19-year-old son can live there and you don't want people messing up your carpet at your other house in Seven Hills. That's really cool. Yeah? Well, then be here on Saturday. Oh, what happened? Oh, I got drunk last night. I couldn't make it. It's so frustrating. It's got to be like being a personal trainer. You get some fatty that comes in, and then they're like, yeah, man, I want to be like you. It reminds me of me and my personal trainer. And then all of a sudden, they're like, oh, yeah, I went to the cut of the week last night. I'm really full. I don't want to work out this morning. And so you need 2 people who want to make it happen. That's how you make the business happen. And finding them is tricky, but they are out there. So that's why I wanted to. People say, oh, these things you got to get at the top, and it's going to saturate. You don't need to get to the top. Getting at the top, you're all at the top. Every single person who joins our company starts at the top of their organization. The only way you make money is based on what you do. Okay. So for example, I got in. There were 70,000 people in the company already. Within 18 months, I was the number 3 earner. There were lots of people who got in early at the beginning and didn't do anything, and how much did they make? Zero. So it's like you're going to hear a lot of people who don't understand this business say a bunch of things that are stupid, and then what our job is to educate you on how to handle those things so you can find some people who actually want to do a business that makes sense and is relevant in the year 2014. Every single person that you know has one of these. This is a smartphone. Just a good excuse to check my text. All right, and so everyone has a smartphone, and this is, you can run your entire business from the smartphone. I used to have a job. A lot of people have jobs. How many people here have a job outside of Vima? Okay, how many people love their job, look forward to going to it every day? What do you do?
I have my own business.
Okay, we give your own business, that doesn't count, that's not a job.
It takes work.
Everything takes work. But yeah, that's cool. But if you have your own business, you don't love it because you get to pick what you're doing, and you're the one that if you screw it up, it's your fault. If you want to take a day off, you take a day off. But you don't have like a boss. Like I couldn't imagine. I'm like, you know what? It's picture day at my kid's school. Can I go and be there, whatever the hell it is? And it's like, no, slave. Work for me! Then like Friday rolls around and then, where's the boss? It's like he's out on his boat. It's like he didn't have to ask, And so like, to me, I love freedom, and I think a lot of people do. And the job model, it's changed a lot since they filmed Leave It to Beaver, back when people figured, used to watch TV, and that's when they made their buying decisions before social media, and you work 9 to 5. You could sexually harass your secretary, and it wasn't against the law. You could smoke cigarettes in an elevator. Kids didn't wear seatbelts. It was a different thing. And then that was when people believed that you work 40 hours a week for 40 years, and then you get a $40 watch, and then you get a pension. All right. Now what happens is you work for like 10 years. You get a 10 years worth of raises, and then you get fired. They hire someone young, or they ship your job off to Pakistan. All right. I've got news for you. The times have changed. The internet that Al Gore invented in 1995, thank you very much, is in the late 90s, AOL sent disks to everyone on the planet, and in 2000-ish, it really, people started adapting it. Now everyone has a smartphone. You know, GPS, you know, in the old days you used to have a map or just like figure it out. You couldn't just call someone at the airport, say, hey, I see you're at door number 6. You know, you'd have to circle 86 times, and then you found out they missed their flight or it crashed with their flight in Malaysia. But technology's changed everything. Nowadays, when I got started in this business is real simple, by the way. You use the products and you talk to people. All right, it's not hard. Use the products, talk to people. Advanced version. Use the products, be the kind of person that someone will listen to, get them to take action based on your recommendation, right? That being the kind of person that someone will listen to, that's for a lot of people the hard part. Don't worry, training right after this. So your smartphone, basically all you do is text, watch YouTube videos. We do this all the time. Skype, FaceTime, you know, this technology we take it for granted. When I got started 25 years ago in this, I was told, use the products, expose it to people. And there was this real innovative invention around 1990 called the VHS tape. And I'm like, wow, this is awesome. So let me get this straight. I no longer have to just do live meetings as my only way of doing business. I can actually mail someone a tape. So I went out and I brought a box of bubble wrap envelopes and a bunch of VHS tapes, and I duplicated a copy of a tape, and I'd shove it in a thing, and I'd mail it off, and half of them would get cracked in the mail, and then the people, you know, wouldn't watch it because it was like 4 days later when they got it. But that was like life-changing for our industry. Nowadays, if you meet someone and they're intrigued with what you're saying, say, oh, let me send you a video. You go like this, you click a button, you text them a link, they turn their phone, and they watch a video that explains what I've just explained to you. More concisely, but less humorously. And so you can actually build this entire business on your cell phone. I mean, it's just unbelievable what's changed. And so like we have young people, we have a hashtag, very own hashtag here at Vima. Hashtag YPR stands for Young People Revolution. Check that out. Oh, look, it's on Ross's shirt. For those of you on the studio audience, it's on Ross's shirt. So Young People Revolution, and we have kids, like literally my 19-year-old son, EJ, raise your hand. You know, he's sitting there, he's doing the YouTube, Ustream thing. You know, he's got hundreds, actually I think over 1,000 people in his organization. You know, I mean, one time he was sitting in class, which didn't last long, but he was sitting in class at college, and some dude sitting next to him, and he's like, something along the lines of, how's it going? And the guy's like, good. It's like, I'm a freshman, you're a freshman, what's happening? Oh, it was something, I don't know what the hell they talked about, but essentially, he was like, what are you doing later? He's like, nothing. He's like, all right, well, I have a party in my dorm tonight, you should come to it. And then the kid says, okay. And then they came, they partied, instead of drinking beer and playing beer pong, they had Verve, they played Verve pong. I don't know what they did, but the kid ended up joining and telling other people, it's like so simple. Kids are doing phenomenal with this. Young kids, 19, 20 years old, making 6 figures with our company. Does everybody make 6 figures? No. Most people make how much? Nothing. All right, this is how most people do this business. They join, they talk to one person, that person doesn't join, and then they quit. All right? And then that person, instead of saying, I take responsibility for my failure, I'm rather pathetic, nobody likes me, I don't have any friends that have any respect for my opinion, I didn't even go to training, I only talked to one person, and I quit, but the business is phenomenal and the products taste fantastic. No, they don't say that. They say, oh, those things are a scam. Those things don't work. My brother's cousin, sister's uncle's neighbor was in Amway 32 years ago. They didn't make no money. Therefore, the entire $167 billion industry, fastest growing segment of our economy, doesn't work. It's as dumb as me saying gyms are a scam. I belong to 24-Hour Fitness, therefore that's a scam because I'm not thinner. All right? So it's awesome. The business, awesome. Hope you join us. That, my friends, was not actually a very concise explanation, but hopefully you got some good bullet points for those of you taking notes. And I hope you join us if you're new. What I want to do now is segue into some training and just kind of run through the basics. Those of you listening in, cut, we're going to training. Matter of fact, there's like a 30-second delay. So if it was like a Chinese, like Bruce Lee movie, it'd be like, The 30 seconds for
Matt, give a shout out to the Atlanta team, McKenna and those guys.
Shout out to the Atlanta team, McKenna, RJ, who else is out there?
She called you the woke, by the way.
She called me the woat.
She typoed and meant goat.
She meant goat. Alright, you meant goat. Does everyone know what the woat and the goat is? The goat is the greatest of all time. The woat is the worst of all time. You do not want to be the woat, you want to be the goat. So I love these new words in this new generation. You know, like my favorite though of all time recently is ratchet.
Yeah.
I just love it. It's like, oh, that place is so ratchet. It's like, did you go to that club? Oh, it's ratchet. I'm going to Hakkasan. It's not ratchet. All right. Or is a place ratchet or only people ratchet?
Not them both can.
Anything can be ratchet.
Kelsey, you know better than me.
Don't talk to me. I'm looking at my iPad. All right. So we caught up with the delay. Let's do this. Ross, give you a minute to think about this. You were going to do some training from the PowerPoint that you had in Atlanta.
Okay.
Do you have that prepared?
Yeah.
Would you like to do that now?
Can do, yeah.
Can do.
Should do.
You should do, yeah.
Only if you guys want to get like pretty deep on it. It's who's been in the business like less than a month? Okay, you guys. But have you guys done your list and your why and things like that already? You know, from like the real basic training stuff.
I did all the basic stuff.
Yeah.
I liked it in the videos as well.
Oh, cool. So
You got here so people can see you. But so what are you suggesting? Your stuff is this stuff is too advanced?
No, I just don't want. I don't want. The last thing I want to do is confuse anyone. You know, because there's some numbers in there. And
Oh gosh. And numbers? Take it easy on that, Ross. You gotta dumb it down a bit here. It's Vegas. But we do have the European audience, and they have excellent schools out there.
Okay. Well, it is Saturday morning in Vegas, you know.
So what I would say is that just to give Ross a minute to get his visuals queued up here, is the business is incredibly simple. The basics of the training, you know, it's like, hey, do you want to make money? You know, it's like we've made $1.6 million, $7 million, $8 million last year doing this. If you're interested, I can show you exactly what I did. What did I do? Had a big reason why. My reason why was I hated my job and I wanted freedom. And then they said, make a list and show this to people. Some people are going to do it. Some people aren't going to do it. So now they have the basics, Ross. So they're ready for your advanced training.
All right.
Do you have the remote?
Yeah.
So you're good?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to let introduce Ross before I formally bring him up. Ross George, you're going to notice, has an accent. It's not from Australia, because the first thing I said to him was, where are you from, Australia? He's like, no, England, you wanker. And I met Ross playing poker. Ross is now a star executive within the business, meaning he either is or getting real close to a six-figure income with the business. Something he had, like so many people, had no interest in whatsoever, but literally a random encounter at a poker table has now resulted in a dear friend who's got a business all over the world, and he's actually a phenomenal trainer, and he even has his very own slides. Very organized. Give it a round of applause for Ross George!
Thank you, bro. All right, guys. So this I bought on Thursday night. We went to Arizona, YPR. That means Winning People Revolution. I'm 28, close to 29 now. Apparently, when you're 30, you're no longer allowed to be in the YPR, so I figured I'd get my last year out of this before I'm going to be in the OPR. But I prefer the OPR anyway. You know, YPR's cool, but the OPR is where the money's at, so it's all good. So look forward to that, guys. Something else that I wanted to share about what I learned on Thursday night was Anthony Powell said that a lot of people's business goes up and down in spikes. I don't know if any of you have experienced that. People come in on hype, and then it isn't consistent. It's very difficult to predict where your business is going to be at. He said the way to combat that is to get people genuinely in love with the products. People are going to get excited about the opportunity for sure, but what you actually want is your team consistently drinking products every single day without fail. So when you get a new affiliate, call them within the first 48 hours and say, hey, are you enjoying the products? Because that is what we're all in this for, I think, is the walk-away income, the residual that's going to keep coming over and over and over again. You don't want to be out there getting 10 new affiliates every single month, because it's going to be continual effort. That's the same thing as having a sales job. What you want is to get a couple of people who fall in love with the product and then drink it for the rest of their lives. And I was thinking about Chelsea. I mean, our fridge is always full of, forget the opportunity, it always is. I've already had a bowl this morning, you've probably had your body burn like you always do. I mean, our fridge is always full with products. So this is the key to everything. We get excited about the opportunity, but trust me, you want your people drinking this stuff. So yeah, I'm just going to go over this this training that we did in Atlanta. It's nowhere near as fun as a Matt Morrow presentation, but hopefully you can get some nuggets of information. Might be worth taking some notes. So, something about me is I have an English degree, and Charles Dickens is one of the most famous authors of all time. In The Tale of Two Cities, he says, it's the best of times and the worst of times. And I think that is like a reflection of the economy we live in nowadays, because there's a rise in inequality between the rich and the poor. I don't know if you guys can relate to that, but the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. If you don't have money, it's very difficult to earn money. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. That is true. I'm a good lip reader, I saw it. So yeah, the rise in inequality. What's crazy is there's a new millionaire on this planet every 52 minutes. Think about that. Anyone waiting for their minute here? Yeah, I'm waiting for my minute. But in contrast to that, there's 15% of Americans living below the poverty line. Does anyone know what the poverty line is? Kind of says it there, so it's the giveaway. But that's less. It's 11,000 a year. So 11,000 a year. Think about it. It's less than $1,000 in your account every single month. That's just crazy. It's so difficult to live, and there's 15% of Americans. So the top 1%, you've probably heard this. The top 1% own basically almost half of the money. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. So, think about throughout the last 100 years what we've seen in terms of shifts, in terms of human behavior. From the 1900s, everyone was in agriculture, 98%. Now only 2% of people are actually involved in agriculture. 1945, it was all about industry. 2000, only 12% in industry. In the 90s was like the birth of the white collar service industry, basically, but that actually just created a subcategory which is like not the working class, it's the working poor. Anyone here ever lived paycheck to paycheck? Yeah, me too. It's difficult. Like, I mean, for me, like and I was speaking to someone this week who's super excited. He just got a new job, $30,000 a year, with opportunity to get to 33. And she was super stoked about it, and I didn't want to piss on a bonfire or anything, but it's like that $3,000, once you've had tax and everything like that over 12 months, is going to be like one extra drink at the bar on a Saturday night. It isn't what you think it is. So for me, like I said, all that happened when I was getting those 10% pay rises, I was just more hungover on a Saturday or Sunday morning. That was my life. So paycheck to paycheck. And now, of course, we're living in the information and technology age. Okay, so social media. The internet is the biggest cultural shift in the history of mankind, without a doubt. Everyone is connected now. And think about jobs. Like, jobs are being replaced, human jobs are being replaced by computers. So we're living in a very different world, and we need to take advantage of that. And I think with Vima, we have a massive opportunity to do so. So what are our options? Anyone here in college or have been to college? Expensive, right? I know a lot of people in my team have done maybe a semester or two at college and then dropped out because it just gets too expensive, and then the dream of them becoming a doctor or a lawyer or whatever it is kind of falls, and then life gets in the way. That's just what happens. And of course, very expensive, but for me the most important thing is, in the next 10 years, the number of college graduates will grow by 19 million, and the number of jobs is expected to grow by 7 million. So for me, that's a gap of 12 million people, I'm telling you, that are going to be looking for an opportunity like this. This industry is the future. You can start a business. Anyone who started a business probably knows that it's expensive, a lot of time, a lot of effort, and then no success rate, basically. Like 90% fail in the first 5 years, including my business before I joined Vima. It's difficult, really difficult. Money and time, you need a lot of experience. Marketing is crazy expensive. You need all the technology. If you're going to have employees, you're going to have, I know Lloyd talked about $30,000 bankroll that he has to pay out every 2 weeks. I mean, it's crazy money to have a business. A lot of risk, of course. Buy a franchise, buy a franchise, you see probably a lot of these, Burger King, Subway, between 100K and 1.5 million. And essentially, all you're doing there is you're buying a job, because you've got to go down there and check that people aren't stealing from you and everything like that. So this isn't all it's cracked up to be. Get a job or get a better job. Maybe get a second job. Anyone here ever work more than 2 jobs? Yeah. I remember when I first met Chelsea, you were working 3. Who is the Bellagio in a school, right? That's no quality of life. But a single mum, that's just what you've got to do. Amazing respect for that, but it's never going to get you ahead in life. And terrible quality of life. So again, you're going to be totally restricted by time. That for me is the biggest thing. Limited income potential. You're always going to have somebody telling you what you're worth. And I remember this phrase, I really like it. It's better to be at the bottom of the ladder you actually want to climb than halfway up one that you don't. So a lot of people get in jobs and it's not their dream, but 5 years down the line, that happened with me. I worked for a company for 5 years. I was like, oh shit, I'm 26. I was like, I'm 26 years old. I was going to be a billionaire by now. Because that's how you grow up, dreaming, and then life happens. So always be aware of your circumstances, that's what I would say. Anyone ever built a resume to get a job? Yeah, me too. This is actually my real life resume from March 2012, before I found Beamer and the Morrows. But yeah, really, I don't know, I felt so uncomfortable doing this. You're selling yourself, and it's just like a crazy. There's also really cringing things like incredibly motivated, determined, and ambitious. Like, oh god. I mean, seriously, what is wrong with this? It is like, it's like this kind of conservative slavery that we put ourselves through, but it's just the way it is. I think this is a pretty good option. Anyone ever heard of affiliate marketing?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, of course, this is the camp that I'm in now. And I think everything with today's era suggests that this is going to be the winning horse, long term. So it's performance-based, which is what I really like, because you get paid exactly what you're worth. Beamer's compensation plan is the same for Alex Moore and Matt Morrow as it is for me. It's the exact same for every single person. What you produce is exactly what you get paid. Beamer are always good to their word, Like you said, you frenzy, you get the money. It's just the way it is. So obviously it's no boss, no hours, but you must be self-motivated. A lot of people aren't. You're going to have to just deal with that in life. This isn't for everyone, because a lot of people are never going to get that spark. And it frustrates you, but it's just the way it is. You could have the most inspiring person in the world talking to them and saying how big this opportunity is, and they're like, I can't be asked, don't worry about it. They're never going to get off the couch. So you have to be self-motivated, which everyone here in this room is, because it's 11 a.m. on Saturday morning in Vegas. So appreciate that. Effective use of technology, of course. And anyone here feel that they've become a better person since joining Beamer? I for sure do. I've learned way more in the year that I've been in Beamer than I did in probably 15 years of education, no joke. So no risk, there is no risk here. Yeah, the products cost money, but the products are worth the money that you pay. There is no risk for the business, it's completely free. We use our smartphone all the time anyway. We can run the entire business from this. We have an app, we have the internet. There's no legal liabilities. You don't have to worry about healthcare for your employees. All you have to do is produce. Be a leader, inspire. It's just perfect. So think about this, the ultimate in leverage. Everything in business is about leverage. You can either have 1% of 100 people's efforts or 100% of your own. Think about that. You get 100 people in your team just working for 1 hour a week on Beamer. What did you just do? You worked a 100-hour week. You didn't, but your organization did. That's hugely important. Yes, sir.
Casey doesn't understand the picture and the relevance to the comment.
Well, that's the key to residual. The money in the bottle. You don't get that?
Does anyone else not get it? Or does anyone get it?
I don't get it.
You do get it or don't?
Well, the morals, this is over your head, guys. Listen, get out there. So, have you ever heard this? It sounds too good to be true. Yeah. I hear this all the time when I'm talking about business because I'm excited about it. So, too good to be true. But no, let me just assure you, this is not easy. It's a simple concept, but it's really not easy because I said it's not for everyone. It takes effort, it takes time, patience, and there's many, many challenges to overcome. Anyone got any challenges that you've overcome in the business? Give us an example.
People not showing up.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I have one today as well.
Me too.
Yeah. Any other challenges?
There's people. I mean, basically frustrating people who just like will say they're broke or they don't like their job, and then they don't do anything about it. It's hysterical.
It is. It's unbelievable. So yeah, many, but it is possible. You know, I remember Matt's video, Verve in simple terms. If you haven't seen it, definitely check that out on YouTube. You know, results not typical, but they're his results, and it's great to be in a business where these results are possible. Because I wasn't in any business where it's possible. Every time that I've worked before in any other industry, there's been a glass ceiling above my head. This is the maximum you'll ever be able to earn. You can never out-earn your boss, you can never out-earn the directors, the CEO, or anything like that. Despite your performance, it doesn't matter. So I think that this is hugely, hugely important. So what's it going to take? For me, the most important thing is commitment. And to think about commitment, you know, the state or quality of being dedicated to a cause or an activity. The US divorce statistics. You know, I grew up in a family with 3 divorces going around my life. It's totally normal, totally common. That's just the world that we live in. But you go down the aisle and you say, you know, better for worse, and sickness and health, and then people's words mean less nowadays. It's just the world that we live in. So first marriage, 50% divorce rate. Second marriage, 67%. Third marriage, if anyone's here getting married for the 3rd time, good luck with that. You're in for a 73% divorce rate, just saying. So here's what I think about commitment is, you know, you can go and look on the disclosure for the amount of money people make in Vima, and they're like, oh, well, most people don't make money, or the money that they expect when they join. That's totally true. But none of it is possible unless you make a commitment. So let's say that 5% of people that join Vima end up being a Royal Ambassador. What are you going to do to put yourself in that 5%? Because only 5% of people in the world at anything are successful. How many MMA fighters don't make it to the UFC?
Thousands.
Thousands.
I'm a fighter, but I can only do one day.
Yeah. How many soccer players don't make it to the Premier League? The vast majority. I mean, you just have to decide that you are in that top 5% in whatever you do, and then your actions have to follow your mentality, you know. So hugely important. Like, I decided that I'm in the top 5%, and then my actions are following that as well. And everyone here can do the exact same. Don't look at the numbers and let it discourage you. If you think, oh shit, that's 95% of people that don't. If you feel like that, you're in the 95%. If you feel like I'm in the 5, good, hell yeah, I'm going to be in the 5. That's exactly what I am. So where will you be in 5 years is the question. Where is your commitment? Is this a 3-month, 6-month, 1-year deal for you? Where are you going to be in 5 years? I love this slide because this is real people that you may or may not know. So
I like that shit.
Look at this, right? We have, so who knows the top earner in this company? Tom and Ruth Alcazan. So this is their check. I mean, they're hardly struggling, but it's a $2 million earning check from Vima. Anyone at convention this year, did anyone see their check this year? 15 mil. 15 plus million. Like, they stuck with it. I mean, really hard when you're making 2 million, but they stuck with it still, and now the results are there. Look at Brad Alcazan here. You could tell stories about Brad Alcazan being like a dorky little 19-year-old, you know, just following his dad around at things and saying, oh, this bird thing's gonna blow up, and you're like, right, yeah, all right. Guy just made 220K in a month. In a month. It was actually on the news, or like on businessforhome.org. It was like 220K in a month. This guy, look at this guy.
I like that hairstyle.
But you've been in this industry for 25 years, so you've paid your dues.
Where'd you find that picture?
Facebook. Yeah. And then this, anyone know who this guy is? Cliff. And Cliff's covering his mouth because he's wearing braces, like, kid. You know, this is like 5, 10 years ago. These guys have stuck around. I actually have a document with me. I hope you don't mind, I'll share this, Matt. This is Matt's original training manual from Fund America. Is this 20 years ago, maybe, Matt?
Yeah, 25.
25 years ago. This is his very first training manual. And what's crazy is the things that are in here, are things that we're still teaching today. You know, you can make excuses on money, but you can't make both. It says right here. I mean, it's absolutely amazing to think that Matt's been doing this for that amount of time. Where will you guys be in 20 years? Seriously, if I'm 50 and I'm making 100 grand a month residual income, I'll be delighted. But most people don't know what they're doing next Saturday night, let alone where they're going to be in 5 years. So start to think long term for your vision. Matt, do you want to talk about this? One of my favorite texts I've ever seen.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm not going to stay here. We only talk about this.
Yeah.
I'm just doing it for the camera. By the way, also like the Cliff, like, so here's Cliff, you know, just like a little kid skateboarder. Now he's like a best-selling author of Amazon.com, you know, it's unbelievable. If anybody doesn't have the book Social Marketing, if you're watching online, go to VerveCentral.com in the store, order this book, and the other 2 books that are there, highly recommend. I think if you read those 3 books, you know everything you need to know about this industry. If you're here and you want to get a copy of Cliff's book, it's $10. We interrupt this commercial break for this commercial break. So this is Alex Morton. For those of you that know Alex Morton, you know he's a 23 or 24-year-old kid. He just passed me in the earnings. He's the number 8 earner currently in the world in the company, and he'll make over $1 million this year. He's an absolute animal, and he's like legendary. Like, you know, when you say Alex Morton, it's like, whoa, Alex Morton's going to be here. Like, he posts like, I'm going to go to the restroom, and he gets like 1,700 likes on his Facebook. I mean, it's unbelievable. Well, I don't think he ever posts that because he's Alex Morton. But I mean, the dude is a legend, like, in this industry. He's getting interviewed. He was on the Today Show recently. He's a big freaking deal. This was, is the date on there? Yeah. Okay. In December 10th of 2011, he sends me a message. Matt, my name is Alex Morton. I'm in Brad Alkazan's group. I hit Star Platinum in about 7 months. Okay, it's a decent start. But after 7 months, he's making $2,500 a month. You know what I'm saying? So 7 months, and keep in mind, he worked really hard back then too, and he still was Alex Morton. 7 months to get to $2,500 a month. Building 2 legs, what advice can you share with me? I'm graduating in May, I'm going to go do HEMA full time. I appreciate your time and energy. That's Alex Morton. A couple other things, incredibly polite, reaching out, smart, reaching out to one of the top earners in the company for advice. I mean, just everything about this kid is sharp, and this message is classic. And I said, hey, I've heard of you, great work, only advice is simple. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't let anything stop you. See more people, hang out with Brad and me. So basically, it's this message, if you ask him, which is all his success as a result of this message he sent to me and these brilliant words of reply.
So, but like you said in Arizona, nobody is born like a royal ambassador, right? You earn it. And this is the proof that all of the people have gone through the exact same journey that we're all going through. It's just most people quit on the way. So commitment, stick with it, wait for momentum. So think long term. Anyone know? I don't know if I keep asking these questions when the answers right there. This is how much it costs to be active in Vima for a full year on a 2-case auto ship. So $1,900. Most businesses will cost you about 100 grand a year to run. This is not massively significant. So this is 2 cases every single month for a year, and you get 576 cans. Okay. That's probably 250 to drink, 250 to sample, 76 to
365 to drink.
Yeah. So think about that. And then if you go with the remix, you know, you can get, so this is 2 cases. If you get remix, because it's slightly less, you can get 3 cases a month and get 864 cans. Everyone follow that?
Yeah.
Cool. Of course, the other thing is, if you want to wipe this cost entirely out of your business, you need 3 customers that regularly order. So let's say you're on a 2-case auto ship. In my experience, most customers, if they're just going to be a customer, they're not going to get 2 cases, they're going to get 1 case. You're going to need 6 people to buy a 1 case, just as a customer. Maybe people with health issues, we're talking about mums, aunties, grandmas, granddads, whatever it is for you to get 6 1 cases. And it's really important that, because how much is people's auto ship there? About $150?
164.
About 150, 160. You want to wipe that cost out as quickly as possible, not just for yourself, but also for your team. And the reason that you want to do that is because it's going to improve the retention of your business. People quit when the credit card statement comes through and it says $160, and they think, holy shit, that's a lot of money. They're not thinking that, hey, I'm getting a drink every single day, I would have bought Starbucks, I would have bought Red Bull, because it comes out in one chunk. They get scared and they quit, it's too expensive, whatever it is. What if you could have everyone on your team getting 2 cases of free product every single month? How different would your business be? What's crazy is, if for those guys that know about the cycle bonus, how much do you get paid for a cycle?
20 to 25.
About, let's say, $20. How many cycles do you need to cover your auto ship?
8.
8. So you need 8 cycles. 8 cycles as a rank is somewhere in between
Silver and gold.
silver and gold, all right? If you're achieving gold rank in the company, you need 15 on one side and 30 on the other side. Okay, so that's 45 active auto ships. And don't forget, dollars are dollars, and pounds are pounds, and euro are euro. It's the same thing. If you can get your product for free, you're saving yourself the same amount that you would be if you were making between silver and gold. You guys follow?
Right.
The importance of free product is massive. This is an amazing promotion. And just so you know, I don't have free product yet. I'm still trying to crack that code, but I know how important it is for retention and for your own, longevity in the business.
Well, I have a question.
Yeah, sure.
Do you have to have 3 new affiliate signups every month in order to qualify for that free?
No. If your customers stay on an auto ship, you can have the same 3 customers forever. Yeah, providing they keep ordering. Yeah. So everyone starts as a customer, and then they graduate to an affiliate, depending on if someone buys from their website, unless they buy the affiliate. Yeah.
So that's what we're elaborating on.
Yeah.
Because, can you explain it in more detail? Also repeat the question. So the question was, and then because the distinction of who counts as a customer.
Sure.
When it changes.
Okay, so the question was, do you need to get 3 new customers every single month? And the simple answer to that is no. You can have the same customers on a repeat order throughout forever, and you'll continue to get your product free. Because, like I say, you don't want to go out and find 3 new customers a month. That would be kind of like being in quicksand. But if the same 3 people enjoy the product and repeat order, your product's going to be free. So I would sit down with your people, almost make a list, one list that's for customers, people that are only going to be interested in their health and being product consumers. They're not going to do the business. And then make a list that is the people that are going to be running buddies with you. People that you think, hey, they could do with some money. Generally, and I might be totally wrong here, I feel like the younger demographic is going to be your affiliate list, and an older demographic is more likely to be your customer list. Maybe wrong. Also, some people in like heavy athletics and things like that may be customers. So to come back to that, what qualifies someone as a customer or an affiliate? Well, unless you buy the $500 affiliate pack, every single person joins this company as a customer, all right? A customer can graduate to become an affiliate if someone goes and buys from their website. What happens is when someone's bought from their website, next time that individual logs into their back office, they'll get like a drop-down invitation from Beamer that says, EJ,
Would you like to become an affiliate?
and you have 2 options that says,
Confirm or deny.
confirm or not. So you can accept it, because some people, even if people are buying from them, they still don't want anything to do with the business. I don't understand why, but hey, that's what it is. Now, if somebody goes from a customer to an affiliate, and they were contributing to you getting free product, the affiliate no longer counts. Only customers count. So they've changed their status from customer to an affiliate, then you need to go out and find another customer in order for you to get free product. And the way it works is you need to get triple of the QV of the auto ship that you have on file. So most people are on what in terms of QV as an auto ship?
2 cases.
2 cases, which is 120. Okay? I'm guessing that's what you're on as well. So you need to find 360 QV in customers. Yeah. And that can be 3 people on a 2 case or 6 people on a 1 case. Yes, sir.
Isn't it? And again, it's funny. I don't know this, which I think is a good training tip, that you don't actually need to know anything to earn $1 million a year. I truly do not know the answer to that question.
Yeah.
All I know is I like the products. Everybody wants to make money, and I talk to people and I tell them about it. Some do it, some don't.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd like to know what if I'm on a 2K auto ship and I get 3 customers on a 60-point auto ship? Do I get one of my 2 cases for
Yes.
free?
Yes. Yeah. So if you even get half of the QV, you're gonna get a case.
So if you get 3 people on 1 case or 180 in customer QV,
Yeah.
then you're gonna get 1 case free.
Exactly. Basically, what happens is like Beamer keep half of the QV and you keep the other half to contribute towards your product.
To me, all this stuff is confusing. Just get customers, and then eventually your stuff will be free.
Yeah. Is this adding value to you guys?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. So, everyone cool on customers and affiliates? We need customers to get free product. That'll improve their retention. We want affiliates to help us build the business together. That's basically the 2 categories of people.
What's the load?
Gloat. Okay, so yeah, a lot of people tell me that they're doing Beamer, and I don't believe them. Because doing Beamer is just a thing to say, like I'm unemployed, unless you're actually actively doing Beamer. Now, as we found out, most people do this alongside something else. But for those people that say they're doing it full time, it's worth thinking about some of the things that we're going to cover now. The low means the laziest of all time. I think we covered that before. Don't be the low, be the goat. All right. Because what happens is your results are going to be your results. And as you know, like on a Saturday morning in Vegas, things happen, things get in the way. Life happens, stories, excuses. Those things there are going to be the things that hinder your results. Hangovers, girlfriend drama, or birthdays, traffic, like all of that stuff that gets in the way of you and having success are the things that you need to minimize. And it's all about priorities, and it's all about commitment. The same thing is commitment and priorities. You guys need to find a way to minimize the noise in your life to create your results. I'm going to skip through this, but this was a survey that they did for 1,400 top MLM earners. Wouldn't be surprised if you were actually surveyed in this map. This is average successful and $1 million a year status in this industry, the sort of activities that they do every single day. And just to give you an idea, the amount of numbers that you get in a week, from 2 to 10 to 25. Now remember, you have an organization. You don't have to do this all on your own. I'm just saying that your organization wants to be getting about 25 numbers a week for prospects. So that doesn't, like I said, that doesn't have to be you. If you have 20 people getting a number, you're almost a millionaire status. Yes, sir.
So sorry to interrupt you, Ross, but like you guys, what this amazes me. You look at the hours a week worked. You know, so someone can have an average degree of success in this business if they work 6 hours a week. That's about 6 hours more than most people work. And they can be pretty successful in this business if you work 12 hours a week. And like 25 hours a week, I make $6 million, and I think that would be a real stretch to say that I even work 25 hours a week. Maybe 20 or 50, you know, but I was just saying, actually working, like at a meeting, doing, you know, prospecting calls, following up, like actual work. And it doesn't take that much, and most people have a regular job where they have to work 40 hours a week or someone's going to fire them or beat them or whatever they do in a job environment, and they work 40. If someone would just work half as hard for themselves as they do for someone else, they probably would become a millionaire. But it's just too much effort to do something. It cracks me up.
It's mind-blowing, it really is. But the good news is that it is possible, and it seems possible in a much easier fashion than it is going down the corporate way. You know, like Matt said, between 40 and 60 hours most millionaires work in the corporate environment.
Can we talk more about this?
Yeah, if you want, yeah.
Where'd you find this?
On one of the MLM sites.
So phone dials a day, like, I don't know, 50 phone dials. I guess if you know, I bet this has changed because a lot of that now can be texts. I personally hate phone calls. I don't like talking to people. If they're in my organization, if someone in my organization calls me up and says, well, I just can't get people to the meeting, I'm like, all right, well, call me when you have something else to talk about. And it's like, because they either can or they can't. Winners can do this, and other people can make excuses. And the ones who can't get into the meetings, keep coming, because eventually you'll get enough motivation that you'll be able to. But I think, you know, 50 phone dials a day sounds like a lot. Keep in mind, this is a $1 million earner. In the beginning, if you make a couple calls a day, you're ahead of everybody else. I just didn't want anyone to get freaked out. Like this is what the full timer in this industry is doing. I'd say 25 hours a week. I'd say I probably work 20. I'd say 50 phone dials a day. No, I probably make about 10 to 15 phone calls a day.
Texts, do you reckon?
Well, that's like people talk to a day 15. I probably talk to about 15 people a day. And my goal in life is to only spend my time talking to people that are worth talking to. All right. So in the beginning, you have to talk to every schmuck that will talk to you, and then you're talking to ones and twos, and the ones and twos lead you to threes and fours, the threes and fours lead you to fives and sixes, and then three-way calls. That's what I love to do. Someone puts me on the phone with someone else, and it's like that's how you earn while you learn. So Ross calls me up and says, "Hey Matt, I've got my friend Casey on the phone. She's really great. You're really great. Please meet each other." And then he shuts up, and I talk to him, right? And that's how you learn. You listen to three-way calls, and eventually you start doing the three-way calls. Do a few of those a day.
Hey, Matt, do you remember the other night we were talking to Murphy? Yeah, she just got a job at Yelp.
Yeah.
Do you remember? I asked her if she had a minimum call requirement on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Do you remember what she said?
I think it was 50.
No, it was 87.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then this is the girl, my daughter's roommate, great girl, college graduate, sharp as a tack, did an internship in London. She's ecstatic about this job she got at Yelp doing sales. Her territory is Austin or Fort Worth, Texas, and she makes $30,000 a year, and she's expected to make 87 calls per day. Can you imagine if someone just came in and worked that hard, but it's like, yeah, work for Yelp, and I'll tell you what, if I make 87 calls a day, and I do great, I get a raise to $33,000 a year. Like, I'd like, 33,000 is a good week, but not a good year.
Do you remember Jordan? Jordan Burrow got that.
Yeah, he quit that.
How many was it a day though?
He had to do like something ridiculous, like 87 or 100 or something.
So if you just talk to a couple of presentations a week, I don't do anywhere near 20, but unless you count Uhu calls and Skype calls, then I do. I usually do 2 or 3 Uhus and Skypes. What's an Uhu or Skype? Those of you watching, like in Norway, I haven't done enough for you guys lately. Uhu me, baby. Come on, what's happening? But someone calls in and says, Matt, I have 2 or 3 people over at my house. I Uhu or Skype in and do a presentation like I did before. So 20 times a day, but that's a millionaire. If you're a new person, if you're just doing 2, 3 presentations, you're doing good. And then no's gotten in a week. It's shocking as it is. I'll sit there and talk to someone who makes $30,000 a year. I'll make $30,000 a week, and at the end they're like, "Well, I'm not interested. I need to talk to my wife. I need to pray about it. Talk to my pastor. Make excuses. Send me some information. Do you have a brochure? Come on, I get that too. Anyway, I just wanted to say that. That's awesome. As always, give it up for Ross.
So in terms of the numbers, if you guys haven't seen the Vima pay chart, who remembers going back to the first slide what the poverty line is? 11,000. Yeah. So Vima here think that around diamond level, you're going to be making around $1,000 a month residual income, which is great. But it's great to supplement your current income. It's not enough to live on because if you're a diamond in Vima and all you're making is that, then you're actually at the poverty line. See what I mean? So I actually think that you want to be going full time. If this is what you want to do, period. It has to be around this level here. This just isn't going to be enough for you guys to not have something else going on. But it's an amazing way to supplement your income, and we'll talk about that in a moment as well. Yeah.
What's that first number there?
Sorry, bro.
Right after the gold, and then it says 5, 10, 20.
This one.
No, go back.
The number of cycles.
Number of cycles, cycles. So a cycle, do you know what that is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No worries.
All right, no worries. We can go into that in more detail, but essentially that's where the key to the residual in the business is. And at every single rank in Vima, when you achieve a certain number of cycles, you rank advanced. So it's kind of like completing a level on a video game. You achieve this, you are that, and so on and so forth.
Yeah. Just another answer. In your entire organization, okay, every 9 cases of product is a cycle. So if let's say that level, their goal is 10 cycles, that's about 90 cases of product. So you might have 45 people on a 2 case, you might have 60 people, whatever. It's a total of 90 cases is what that takes.
Yeah. And that's your monthly residual coming in after that. which is cool. And of course, Diamond as well, you get the car bonus, and that's where things get really, really interesting. So the reason I talk about this is to manage people's expectations, because again, it comes down to commitment for me. People get excited immediately, and then it wears off. And I really want us to be able to train our newest people and say, you know, get serious. The next 2 to 3 years in Beamer are going to be absolutely massive. Something that we never talk about is these 3 products here, the Party, the Mojo, and the Remix, are all less than a year old. You know, this company is going through easily the most exciting times. We don't even know what's coming next, but BK always says the most exciting times are ahead of us. And I don't doubt BK for a second. The guy is freaking awesome. So, this could get trickier. Yeah, I think we can do this. So, everyone's heard about this word momentum in this business. Momentum is absolutely crucial because that's where your business starts to get what they call exponential growth, and then that's where all the beauty is there. Now, this is a formula based on a book called Beach Money by Jordan Adler, and I recommend every single person get that book. If we're not friends on Facebook yet, add me on Facebook. I'll send you a link so you can download the audiobook for free. But this book taught me so much, and I only listened to it about a month ago, and I'm like, wow, how did I never know this before? And of course, as well, by the way, I can send you all of these slides to peruse in your own time. But I'm just going to take you through a couple of highlights here. Now, what we have here is a year in the business from month 1 to 12, how many people you enroll in the business, how many your group enrolls, the size, therefore, of your team, what rank you're at, how much money you've spent, and therefore what your profit is down there, okay? So month 1, you get in the business. Let's say you buy an affiliate pack, okay? That's $500 that you've just spent, but you're just brand new, you don't really know what you're doing. You don't enroll anyone. A PQ is a personally enrolled qualifier. Does that, everyone know that, yeah? So you've not enrolled anyone, so how's your profit looking in month 1? Negative, you're $500 down, okay? Because you just spent $500 on an affiliate pack, you didn't make any money. So, month 2, this month you PEQ 1 person. That sounds reasonable. In 2 months you could probably PEQ one person, right? So, how many people in your group? Well, just you at the moment. So, nobody gets enrolled, only 1 person in your group, okay? You spend $150 on your 2K auto ship. You get your $100. Why do you get $100? Anyone know? Correct. Yeah. So because you got a PEQ who signed up an affiliate pack, you make $100. So you made 100. You went down 50 for the month. Currently, 2 months in, you're at minus 550 in the Beamer business. At this point, by the way, even only 2 months in, people are thinking, "Holy shit, $550 down. I've been in the business 2 months. What's going on?" What do you think happens in terms of their mentality and so on and so forth?
They beat themselves up.
They beat themselves up. They feel like a failure, unless they have the right people around them. You know, and I want everyone to understand that in traditional business, it takes a minimum of 3 years for the traditional business to break even. We're not talking about that sort of time in this business, I promise you. But what I do want you to see is that there is a time where most likely you're going to be in the negative. Unless you're you and you're just frenzy and then you're absolutely. See, you're already 200 up. How cool is that? That's amazing. But you're performing way above the expectations, and that is incredible and very exciting. But just so you know that, of course. So what I've done here, down this left-hand column, I've said if you just consistently PEQ 1 person every month, that doesn't sound that difficult, does it? Just to say in 30 days, 1 person. Might be more difficult than you think, but let's just say for the purpose of this formula. What happens is, guys, is your group starts to grow. So this month, you get 1 person in. Now your group's 3. But look what happens. Next time your group starts enrolling people, because that's the idea, is you're not in this on your own. The people that you've enrolled are here to do work as well, and they're going to start enrolling. Now, what happens is when you're spending $150 every month, and remember, all you're doing is PEQing, all your group is doing is bringing people in on the exact same premise. At month 7 and month 6, you're still negative. At this point, you're still minus 460. At this point, you're still minus 60. All right? 95% of people quit here because you still haven't made any money. But what they always say in this industry is just at the time as you're about to quit is the time that it's about to start going. Seriously. So John says that 95% of people quit this period right here when they do have a group, but they're probably not making as much money as they wanted or expected. But look what happens, guys. When your group starts to enroll people, when you just stay consistent with one PEQ, it's not a massive difference. All you're doing is being consistent. Your group starts to grow. The rank starts to add up, and that's when momentum hits. So here, in month 9 is the first time you actually turn a profit in the business for the average person. And of course, what happens here in month 12, you made $8,000 this month profit, this year. Your total profit is $8,000, which is not massive. Not massive, but what happens at the start of the second year? You're starting from that point of momentum. And that's really where the beauty happens, honestly. You just have to stay consistent. The reason I put this up is so you manage expectations. Because if for the first 6 months you're thinking, I'm a failure, that will show up in the way you talk to people. We talked about confidence on the Verve Central show before as well. Like, never, ever, ever think that you're a failure in this business. Always, always, always think you're just around the corner from hitting it big. That has to come across when you're talking to prospects. And that's how I feel every single day. It's like, I'm just around the corner from Royal Faster. Just around the corner. And people know I'm excited. And you have to be. So when I talk about residual income, I use an example here of a car payment. Anyone here have a car payment on a monthly basis? Yeah? Well, I don't know what they are, but I've taken an assumption that let's say they're $400, because that was what my last one was. So you have an $18,000 car, you pay $400, and it's a 45-month lease. What if you got to silver in Vima, silver paying you about $200 extra, and you were super smart and super conservative with your money? Well, what you do is, you put the $200 that you're earning in Vima towards your car payment. Most people don't, they go to Hakkasan and get hammered, but that's fine. I'm just saying, it's each their own. What you could do is, you could put it towards your car payment. Instead of it being 45 months, you bring your lease down to 30 months. But what happens after those 30 months? Now, not only do you have the $200 that you're getting from silver, but you have an additional $400 that you were previously paying on the car. So you got $600 extra. So it compounds itself. Exact same scenario, but gold. Gold will earn you about $500 extra a month. You can pay it off in 20 months this time if you put it towards your car payment. At the end of the lease, you're going to have an extra $900. You guys following? So you're getting the $400 that you're no longer paying, plus the $500 from Vima. $900 a month can make a significant difference in someone's life. You know, $500 maybe not, but definitely $900. And this is where it gets really, really exciting. This is the last example, but this is where the magic is at in Vima. Same principle, $400. What happens at Diamond?
Get the extra $400 for
You get $1,000 and you get the extra bonus, the premier bonus. So now you can pay that off. You don't need the car because you got the bonus anyway. So you're getting $1,400 cash extra plus a car. Now that is a big deal to someone's life. To get to Diamond is I think it's the first massively significant milestone in the company. You know, and that's the sort of magic it can create in someone's life. So finally, this is my last slide, but I want you guys to know that there's 2 types of personal development. There's industry specific, and there's stuff in general life, mindset, philosophy, things like that. So if we talk about industry specific people, someone shout out a couple of authors in here.
Eric Worre,
GoPro, this guy, probably one of the best around. Social marketing, Cliff Braun. And what this is going to do here is this is going to improve the skills, your techniques, and things like that. It's great for belief. Like Jordan Adler Beach Money is like amazing for belief because that stuff that I just shared with you guys makes you feel like, okay, great, I'm on the right track, as opposed to like I feel lost and I don't know where I'm at. This stuff here is great, but for me, I would put most of my energy onto this. This is the stuff that might get you up and get you to the gym, you know, Darren Hardy, compound effect, you know, Jim Rohn, how to shape an unshakable character, or whatever. All that good stuff. But this is what a lot of people really ignore, and we really need to focus on improving your skills. Like, I had a situation yesterday, and you were talking about it before. I had to develop breaks from the business, and I was so tempted to talk to this guy because I was so excited. He called me up out of the blue, wanted to talk about Verve, and I almost vomited on him, and because of this stuff, I was like, okay, stop, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. And that can be the difference between you had an amazing prospect and you lost a guy because you were totally weird. So really focus on this stuff, and anything that you guys want, add me on Facebook and I'll share it. It's all there. And then finally, just when you're setting your personal goals, I don't know if you guys know, we're on the very first day, well, technically, I guess it's Monday. Second day, yeah, of the next rank advancement period. If you were playing soccer and you didn't have any goals, it'd be a pretty boring game. People would say it's boring.
Didn't Bryce make silver?
Yeah.
Congrats. So, a goal for this rank advancement period is gold, right? Hell yeah. So that's what you have to do. You have to set goals. If you just like, oh, get this guy, you have to figure it out, really sit down and game plan it. And like one of the most common misconceptions in the world is that dogs love bones. But if I was to give a dog a bone or a steak, where's the dog going to go?
Steak.
Hell yeah. So dogs settle for bones, right? Don't settle on your goals. Go for the steak every single time. That's what I would say. Is like set really big, juicy goals, because if you fall short, well, you probably achieve something great anyway. You know, if you set little piddly goals, then you're probably going to miss and have little piddly results. Go big or go home. And that's it from me, guys.
So good. One of the secrets, I think, if I was thinking about it, the reason that I have the kind of income that I have is because of the goals. It's like I'm just dumb enough to believe that $1 million a year is what I deserve. And really, the way that I achieve it is by finding people that are better than me. Like, I just love your slides. They're so good. We have another one I thought we might get to today, but we'll do next week. So stay tuned and bring more local people next week. There's another phenomenal presentation that we have that will roll out next week. A couple other things, if you're watching online or if you're here or if you're listening to EJ make that noise, just go to vervecentral.com and register. And vervecentral.com is where we post all our content. Ross has so much amazing stuff there. And if you didn't catch that, add him on Facebook, Ross George, and he can get you, personal development content, industry-specific content. Also want to give a shout-out to Michelle and Chao Ching, because you guys kick serious ass, and that's probably, and again, it's never about me, you know what I'm saying? It's like the reason I do well is because of all you guys. It's never about Bryce. The reason Bryce does well is because of his team. So you guys, great job, all of you. And with that, we're back Wednesday night at 7:30. I'm really over people being late, just a heads up, not you guys. And like you guys that were online were waiting till 11:10 to start. And I'm going to start, not this Wednesday, but the following Wednesday, I'm going to start locking the doors at 7:30. So you may think I'm a Nazi, but it's just every single time someone walks in the door late, it's a total distraction. And to me, this industry and this opportunity is so valuable, we just aren't going to be fooling around anymore. Like this team is going big places this year. And I'm just like, hey, 7:30, if traffic, your girlfriend was beating you, the dog, whatever happened, then okay, come next week. I'll open the doors back up at 8:15, 8:30 when the meeting's over. But people who are here, that's who I'm going to focus on. I want their attention. I don't want these laggers that come in the middle of the thing and it wasn't important enough for them to be on time. So seriously, start focusing on getting your guests here about 7:15, having some positive vibe, getting the thing going, because that door, not this week, but the week after, I'm going to tell the security guy nobody comes up after 7:30, just so everyone's clear, so it doesn't catch you off guard, because it's just unprofessional and it's disrespectful, and I'm sick of people being late. Because if I can teach you one other thing that I learned at a seminar that I went to in 1999, actually, I hate to admit this, but I filed personal bankruptcy in 1999. I was $225,000 in credit card debt. I was so broke I couldn't even pay attention. Went to the seminar, learned a lot, but a few simple distinctions. In the year 2000, I made $800,000. The two main things that I learned are, one, keep your word. Okay, 100% of the time. That means if you tell someone, hey, I'm going to call you back in 15 minutes, call them back in 15 minutes. If you say you're going to be somewhere, be there. Not hard. Just do what you say you're going to do. And then the second one, be on time. Being on time is so important. I don't want to sound like your father, your mother, but I want you guys to win huge. So we'll see you guys on time on Wednesday. Bring a bunch of guests. Let's have some fun. Thank you, YouTube audience, and we'll talk to you guys all later. Thank you very much.
It is my favorite.